Geek property.
Hi guys, welcome to the Geek podcast. My name is Morgan.
Preston.
Shit.
Neo.
Steven.
We're doing this episode a little differently.
Steven blinked. Start over.
We're doing this episode a little differently. My room flooded last night with all the bad weather, and so we're moved out of that room and it's too dark in here to use a camera, but I
did you catch a Squirtle, though?
Yeah, I caught a Squirtle in there.
I caught a Starmie. That's pretty good.
Ooh,
Yeah.
no one cares.
But what about Warlord?
We might leave it with just audio for a while until we get better cameras and better setup. Unless you guys really don't like it with just audio and you like seeing our stupid faces, in which case we can always go back to doing audio and video.
Morgan,
Hey, only your face.
yeah, only
is
your face
stupid.
for the hate comments. That's the only. Yeah.
All right. So, 2019 is a big year for nerds. We're wrapping up a lot of storylines, starting new ones. So, big one that's really the hot topic right now is Avengers Endgame. But we also got Game of Thrones. I know is coming to an end this
Which
season.
none of us have seen.
Yeah, none of us watch it, but I mean, we might as well try talking about it. And then we also we're getting Star Wars Episode 9, which will be the last of the Skywalker Star Wars movies.
Hopefully
Yeah,
the last of the movies.
20
in
years,
general.
20 years from now. 20 years from now, someone might be like, Star Wars Episode 10. I'd be like, no, stop.
It's about Jar Jar Binks' grandson.
Yeah. And
Fuck.
And then, shoot, what was the other one I was going to say?
Oh, the Sonic the Hedgehog movie?
That's not what
Well, okay.
It is the end of
It's
anything they wanted to do.
Yeah,
with
it's
that.
an end of innocence.
Oh, and
is
then
what it is.
Magic the Gathering with War of the Spark
Yes,
ended the
yes.
Nicobolus terror.
And killed.
So it's a big year for nerdism. I believe as of last night, everyone here at the podcast has seen Endgame. We are gonna talk pretty freely about this, so you know.
Spoiler
we're
alert.
this is your warning for spoilers. I will have a timestamp pop up on the screen. So
Lightning McQueen
if you want to
dies.
skip, if you want to skip over all the spoilers, skip to the time that it's telling you. But until that time, we are just going to talk pretty freely about the movie. So if you don't want spoilers, skip over to that point. But what are your guys' real opinions and takeaways from Endgame?
What, the Phineas and Ferb movie?
I actually
from
thought
Endgame.
it was a pretty great, like, everything to wrap it all up, you know. The whole time travel thing was kind of, I want to say it was kind of new, but it sort of wasn't.
I was nervous
In a
about
way.
the time travel because, I mean, whenever they do, whenever
Time
they
travel
go
gets
back.
weird.
Well, whenever they go back to previous, it usually doesn't go well, but they handled it
This
pretty
movie
well.
did it really well by not actually having it be time travel, technically.
Yeah.
They were just going
they
through
handled
They
it.
kind of made
leaps
their own
in time.
rules.
Yeah,
and-
they handled it fairly well, I'd say.
The only thing I didn't really like about the time travel was how Thanos got his information about it through
Nebula?
yeah.
Yeah.
It didn't really make sense.
I mean,
It kind of
It
pushed
kind
I
of
could
did.
no. I mean, I
But,
could see it because it
you
was
know,
like her.
space magic, I'll deal with it.
Yeah, I was gonna say the only inconsistency that, like, I understand
Oh,
that.
and
I understand
that
the science. I understand the science behind that, but the only real inconsistency I thought, well, first of all, it's completely different concept of time travel as what we traditionally think of time travel. So, like, they kind of made their own rules. So you could argue the whole thing is inconsistent.
Other things
However,
have done it, just not a lot of
yeah.
movies.
However, this is a real spoiler. If you guys haven't skipped though, like, it's too late to skip. Well,
they can skip now.
When he goes back, when Captain America goes back in time, he decides to stay in time. Back in time, he doesn't come back, and we pan over and see him as an old man. Like,
That does make sense.
that does not make sense with all the rules they did.
I don't care.
I don't
I'm
care
happy for
either.
him.
That was a good way to sign his character off, because, like, I was pretty convinced that we were, because Chris Evans' contract with Marvel ended. With
Yeah, he's
Endgame.
been very open about, I'm done here.
Yeah. So, like, I prefer that over him dying, because I've always been a huge fan of Captain America.
Well, that and it makes more sense with his character arc.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because he's more, as the movie's gone on, have gone more like, no, I deserve to be happy. I've done my part multiple times.
Yep.
I get to be happy now.
Yeah, and I mean, he never got over Peggy either.
Yeah.
So the fact that he gets to go back and be with her at the end, like, I appreciate that. I
Yeah,
like
he
That hit
tried
me-
to
that hit me
awkwardly
in the
smooch her
feels, yeah.
granddaughter, and didn't work.
My
that
thing
didn't
is, like, so I know they established, like, it was kind of implied, like, once you're dead, you know, so they went back and said everyone who was Thanos snapped, but couldn't they go back to, like, a point in time where that person was still alive and then somehow, like, save them through some fucking, like, time travel thing? Like, there's, like, gotta be some exception there.
Look,
They kind of-
I don't know. They just made their own rules for time travel.
Neil, what are you asking? I'm just curious. Like, you're saying if somebody gets stuck in time, they have to...
No. Like, okay, so they saved everyone who got snapped by Thanos,
Right.
But people who were dead, like Loki and Vision and Gamora, they
Gamora's-
save. But why? Well, okay, actually no, I understand Gamora and Widow, because once they're dead from the Soul Stone, you can't bring them back whatsoever. But what about like Vision and Loki? They were just killed. Why couldn't they?
Well, Vision
have
can't
done-
come back. He was like
Well, Vision
He's an
isn't.
AI.
Vision isn't human.
Yeah,
he's an AI.
Yeah.
And then
But they still could have,
and
like-
him specifically coming back really messes up the paradox thing because he's he has the soul inside.
Yeah.
of, the
That's
stone
true.
inside of it.
I don't know about Loki. Like I
'Cause,
think
yeah,
that
the
they
whole-
just
Well, there is going to be a whole show about Loki on Disney streaming site.
Oh, Steven, really?
Yeah.
Thank
Oh, yeah.
you.
Wow.
Thank
So
you.
Disney
let me-
Plus.
So Disney Plus, I'm glad you brought that up because I would have forgot. You guys know in the scene when they're back in time and Loki takes the Allspark and
The Tesseract.
The Allspark? Okay.
he takes the Tesseract and he like goes back to he just disappears. That means that in some alternate reality, there's a Loki that's still alive in 2000 and whatever it is that Endgame takes place.
22.
Which means in an alternate universe, Thanos does not kill Loki. So is the Disney
Maybe.
Plus? Yeah, maybe. So maybe that Disney Plus, is it going to be like we're getting some past Loki, like all of his journeys and stuff? Because he's an interesting character for sure. Or are we going to see some of that alternate stuff, or maybe he comes back in like some weird time paradox?
I don't know, but what I'm more
Would you
excited,
even be okay with that?
what I'm more excited about is
I'm
the
probably not
Mandalorian.
gonna watch it
Yeah,
regardless.
the
to be honest.
Mandalorian. I'm more excited about.
I'm more
TV
excited
show.
about that. I will probably not get Disney Plus until The Mandalorian is showing.
I mean,
and
it's
then I'll
only
watch
it's
it.
actually cheaper than like most streaming. I think it's only
Oh,
like
yeah.
Yeah,
$7
that's
a
because
month.
it's only Disney though.
I know,
Which
but it's
with
a lot. It's
I mean, that's
only
a good
Disney.
deal,
That's
though.
a lot. Like
Yeah, I guess that is
Disney's
Yeah, they
Disney.
have Fox, Marvel,
Fox,
be honest,
Marvel,
whoever
Star.
else.
Like
Disney is
Yeah.
like 45% of what makes Netflix good at the moment. So
Disney's taking over the
a little
world.
world about Netflix.
Dude,
after
Dude,
this.
Yeah.
Disney's gonna buy out Morgan's podcast, and we're gonna have to fucking talk about Disney the whole time.
Morgan's already.
They wouldn't waste their time with that.
Yeah, Morgan's already.
They're gonna
abro-
have censors in here. That's like, guys, you can't say big greasy balls anymore. Sorry.
we can't talk about Brie
Do
Larson's
it, Disney,
mangina.
dude.
But we have to talk about Brie Larson, just not the mangina.
Well, but that's what makes her great.
But see, that's what Sean loves.
Speaking of Brie Larson, if you guys have
not.
if you guys have not seen our fake Avengers Endgame review, go watch that. I'll leave a link to it in the description of the video. It's pretty fun.
You're gonna leave it in the comment section and pin it, like fucking everyone else does. You caveman.
Also speaking about Brie Larson, honestly, worst scene of the movie was all the female heroes being together. That
The girl
was
power
a little
thing.
bad.
That's
The,
sexist.
the
Yeah,
worst
that
scene
was-
in the movie
that
was
was
the ones that
cheesy.
Brie Larson wasn't in.
Actually, it's funny you say that. They actually I read a thing about the Russo brothers had like two kind of final edits of the movie because Endgame was filmed before Captain Marvel was filmed.
Oh, really?
And so they did not know how audiences were going to take Captain Marvel. So they had two edits, one where she was important but not super important, and then one where she was really important. And Captain Marvel blew up box office numbers, but like honestly, it got pretty critical reviews because at the end of the day, it's a pretty mediocre movie.
It's pretty boring.
It's pretty
It's got
mediocre.
a woman in it. I don't like that.
Well,
it's just,
and so yeah, the version of Endgame we got was the one where she's important but
Not
less
really.
important.
not
yeah.
that important. She kind of just shows up.
She's
smashes-
modern.
yeah,
She
I
saved
mean-
Tony Stark, thanks, and that was about it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
she-
it goes
well,
away for 5 years.
She
gets her hair
smashes.
cut.
She smashes Thanos' ship at the end, and then just kind
Which
of
was
fucks shit up.
cool, but like
She's just
Why
there to
does-
be a living wrecking ball, basically.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's really it.
Women, am I right?
I mean, here's the thing. She's basically Marvel's equivalent to Superman, but even DC fans don't like Superman. Anyone who like dislikes Superman and gives like logical explanations as to why, those are the same reasons that people would dislike Captain Marvel.
Right, but I mean, anybody who doesn't like Batman probably doesn't have anything to do.
He's
with
probably
DC.
never seen Dark Knight.
I don't like Batman because as soon as he's in the day, he loses all tension.
Yeah, that's why Dark
Daredevil.
Knight Rises was kind of weird.
Dark
Like it's
Knight
an
Rises
okay movie,
was just
but
it wasn't
Like, he
terrible.
has
Yeah,
the
that's what
lamest
people were giving
superhero
it
suit
for
in a big
anyways,
movie
because they
ever.
were saying Batman's supposed to be in the night, supposed to be the shadowy figure, and when he's in broad daylight, it just ruins.
Unless
the
he has
effect.
bat nipples, then it's all okay.
Yeah. I agree
Okay,
with
George
that.
Clooney's Batman.
Yeah, let me say something else about Endgame. There were so many fun little Easter eggs in there.
There were.
Let's talk about them.
I love
as long
those
as we don't
Easter
give
eggs. They were
anything
cool.
too serious away.
Well, we've already given away a good.
Tony Stark dies.
I know, but I might put the timestamp to skip
tamps.
spoilers. I might put it
the
here.
the time tamps.
Actually, no, I'm not. What were some like little Easter eggs? Because I felt like what I liked Endgame. Like I would give it an 8 out of 10.
Solid choice.
I liked it.
I
but-
like Steve saying Hell Hydra is like a reference to the one comic everyone hated, but was interesting.
Well, I just liked it because we have the knowledge of those guys are actually Hydra. But it's kind of funny, too, because, like, anyone who knows anything about Captain America would think that doesn't make any fucking sense.
Well, yeah, because they did that exact same thing in the comics and people hated it, him saying that. I don't actually remember what happened in it, but...
Yeah.
I don't think most of the people who watch Endgame know anything about the comics. Let's be honest.
Oh, yeah. Dude, way more people watch the movies than
Oh,
the
yeah.
comics. But what were some other little Easter eggs or, like, little nods to other movies that you guys liked?
When all the heroes started coming back, you could hear Sam say "on your left."
Oh yeah, because that's in
That was
that's
the
in
Winter Soldier. Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was fun.
That random ass teenager who's standing at Tony Stark's funeral was the kid from Iron Man 3.
Was it really?
Yeah.
What?
Ooh.
Oh shit!
Well,
I
yeah,
wonder
you
who that
wouldn't
was.
recognize him because
Yeah,
it's been like 5 years.
It's been like 5 years. He doesn't look like a child anymore. You're like, who the hell is that? Get on IMDb. Oh.
Actually, no. Well, chronologically, because I was 5 years, so it would have been 2024. It's been like 9-10 years in the timeline.
unless he died during the snapping.
Ish.
Yeah.
No.
Well, they still saved everyone though, so. Still.
So let me guess. You got on Looper and looked up Easter eggs in fucking.
I don't
No, we
remember
just
any of
we
the
just
Easter
saw
eggs.
them
The
when
thing
we
about them is
we
there's just so many, it's hard to pick one out.
Steven, I know you didn't. You had to look that up online. I know you.
Which
didn't.
one?
I think my
All
favorite.
these Easter
My
eggs.
favorite
No,
Easter egg
I
was
got
the
that the
chicken
first time I
tenders.
watched it.
You did not think
No, that was
the
pretty-
same kid from.
No,
Yeah,
that one I had to look
was
up.
saying
I
there's
did
no
not.
way.
I think I did see that Looper made a video like that, but I didn't see it. But I read an article that was a couple of them, and one that
By
the
Looper.
article.
By
No, I don't remember. I think it was Screen Rant who made it. I did not.
That was secretly by Looper.
I did. Yeah, secretly by Looper. I did not catch all of them when I saw the movie. Most of them, like during the movie, you're like, "Oh, that's a reference to," yeah. But I did not get all of them. But I thought the one scene at the end of the movie, when like after Tony's funeral, where what was Tony Stark's assistant's name that kind of biggered it? Happy. Fuck. I don't know why I couldn't think of his name. Happy, when he's sitting there with Morgan and he's like, I'll buy you all the cheeseburgers you want. Your dad liked cheeseburgers. I did not catch this one. That was a reference to the very first Iron Man movie.
When they went to
'Cause
go get Burger
right,
King.
Yeah, right
Yeah.
after they rescue him and he gets off the plane, he's like, I need an American cheeseburger.
Yep.
Like, I did not catch that reference. at all.
No, I got that one.
remember
though.
that.
I did not get that
I
one.
got
probably-
I got
probably-
I haven't seen
most of them.
Steven,
I haven't seen
be
Iron
honest
Man
with
in
me.
years.
How
I
many
gotta
Looper
watch that
videos did you
again.
watch after?
I still think that's one of
Zero.
the best movies ever made. It's the first Iron Man movie.
Oh no, the first Iron Man's great.
Yeah.
Iron Man 3 is still probably my favorite though.
I agree with
I
you.
like it.
Iron Man
No,
3 is
no,
great.
I like it. I don't love it, but I like it.
I like it better than Iron Man 2.
That's not saying
Dude,
much.
everyone likes almost everything more than Iron Man 2.
I don't know. I like
Iron
even
Man 2
people
I
end
like-
scene was better.
I
but
like
everything
Iron Man
else-
2 better than Lopez's mono white deck. I'll say that.
I don't know. I mean, I thought the final battle in Iron Man 2 was all right.
It was better than the
had
one
a
in
lot
Iron
of
Man
good
3.
action.
Okay, any
you know.
scene that Scarlett Johansson is in, I like. That's it.
because it's
Good point.
Scarlett
Man too.
Johansson.
Because of Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
Rest in
Don't
peace.
get used to that anymore.
Yeah.
Sadly, yeah.
Well, I will say this though, they have talked about making a Black Widow movie. So,
They were
but then
supposed
it
to.
would have to
Well,
be.
yeah, that's-
It would have to be an.
A prequel.
An origin.
Yeah.
It'd have to be an
maybe.
origin.
So I saw that-
Actually, I would be perfectly fine with that because she actually has a really interesting background. And in Age of Ultron, they kind of hinted at some stuff, but they don't go in depth.
So you're saying personality, but she has a really interesting personality. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah.
Not as interesting.
Like an
as
interesting
Brie Larson, though.
personality.
Am I
Guys,
right?
we don't have video.
yeah,
so
this
this
is
is
all-
all.
They can't see what you're doing with your hands.
Okay, fine. Well, you're gonna put pictures though.
Yeah, I mean,
You're gonna
I mean,
put pictures
everyone
of
knows
us doing this.
No, actually, I think it'd be
that
They're
better.
gonna have a
that
gif of Steve,
hourglass,
just like-
that hourglass figure. Yeah.
You know, more, yeah, but I mean,
Beautiful woman.
I kind of think it'd be better if we had like a background for it. I mean, you got one, so that's
Speaking
what
about
we're gonna do.
Iron
the whole
Man
time.
again. I'm really not glad that he died, though. I gotta say,
But
it's
wasn't
very
his-
emotional, but it didn't fit his character arc correctly.
Didn't he?
think
Why?
it's just
Why
how-
do you?
I think
Why do you
Robert
think it didn't
Downey
fit his
also-
character?
But
Because
Exactly.
it's kind of like the opposite of Steve's, where he starts selfish and gets less selfish over time. But also, like, he kept trying to sacrifice himself, and by this time, he should have learned that that's not what he should have done. So, like, if he had just had a messed up arm, which he looked like Hulk does now, and he just
Yeah,
couldn't
but
do
Hulk's
action
But
way
anymore,
Hulk,
that
Hulk
would've
could
been
take
fine.
it though.
Hulk could take
Hulk
it.
could
Hulk could take it.
resist
That's why
it,
they
so
were
that's
really-
why.
Yeah, but he's not going to heal from that.
So with that said, do you think that Bruce Banner's out?
I don't think so.
No, he's still
not
going to be
completely.
in the
No.
movies, probably
He
just
just
not
lost
in
his
as
fat
much. He'll
hand.
be like a
That's all.
secondary character now.
How do you know he's right-handed?
Well, I will say this about I know that a lot of it moving forward is they're going to be introducing new characters, and then the less important characters now are going to become more important moving into stage 4. But we saw Steve Rogers pass off the shield to Sam, which is in one of the comic book lines, he does become Captain America.
Yeah.
So I would be fine with that. And then we also have the opportunity for, not anytime soon, but I bet by the time they make the next Avengers movie, it's very possible that we could get a new Iron Man. And I'll talk a little bit more about that. But I also don't think we'll get a Captain.
You mean Spider-Man?
No.
Iron Spider. I mean, he kind of is. When you think
Iron
about it.
Yeah,
Spider.
he's kind of the Iron Spider.
Pretty much.
For the most part, the MCU movies have taken place during the time that they were made, right? So, and with that
Thor
big time
Ragnarok
jump,
takes place right now.
ish, yeah, but
I
you
mean,
have to also
the
keep in mind
timeline's a
the time-
little off, but
Yeah, I
if
was
you
about to
watch
say.
it
Pretty
in
close.
that order,
But
you
it's
should
pretty
be
close.
fine.
But now it's ahead of us because of Endgame.
Exactly. So that's what I'm saying. We're not going to probably get a new Avengers movie for several years,
Oh yeah, no.
which is fine with me.
Well, it
they
makes
have
sense.
they have to establish new
Yeah,
characters. They
I
have to
think-
establish new villains.
Well, technically
Yeah.
they couldn't do that. They could do that, and then they do the movies secondary. They'd
yeah,
be
but
like,
that's probably
okay.
what they'll do.
Oh yeah, no, they probably will. But I'm saying if they really want to rush out the new Avengers,
know.
they might do that.
What was this?
They
Avengers
probably won't
4,
though.
right?
They're good about waiting. They're not DC.
Endgame was 4.
Okay, yeah. No, Avengers 5 is probably going to be like Half-Life 3. They're going to tease it like repeatedly and then just never fucking release it.
Morgan, I'm pretty sure your room's gonna flood again.
I hope not.
The whole
That'd be
base is
fun.
gonna flood.
Yeah, Shenmue or
Shenmue's over there.
Shenmue's there.
I think I'd just move out.
Probably.
I'll sleep in my car.
So a couple people that could become the new Iron Man, though. I mean, this would be a bigger stretch, I think, just because she's so young. But Morgan has the opportunity that she could.
That'd be
It's just
that'd be-
four.
that'd
I
be a
think
time skip.
We
Pepper
could
would be a good replacement.
We could see Pepper take up as Iron Woman.
I don't know. Iron Man, really?
They're just
Iron
Iron having as a
19?
side
Okay.
Yeah.
conversation.
It's 2019.
What would
It's
Brie Larson
acceptable
say to
now.
you
Only
right
Brie
now?
Larson was here, and she used her mangina.
Guys,
No,
shut
but
up.
it's acceptable now, guys. It's
Yeah, so
2019.
second option, we could have Pepper step up to the plate.
It's it, okay?
Have
You
Iron
don't say
Woman,
manager.
which is a thing in the
Iron
comics.
It.
Iron It.
I just don't know if they'll get her that much longer though.
No, I don't think so either.
So that's really unlikely.
But then also
Iron They.
Iron
Iron
They.
They.
You know, to not
Iron
offend.
Zer.
So we're not
You can't
offending
offend
liberals.
anyone. This is 2019.
Can you guys shut
Anything
up?
you say is offensive.
My third and I think the most realistic option for a new Iron Man is the kid. I don't even remember the kid's name. The kid who was in Iron Man 3 becoming the new Iron Man. But here's the thing. The two main reasons I think there will be a new Iron Man, and I think he's the most likely candidate, is that he was at the funeral, which doesn't make really any sense unless they're going to keep bringing his character back in some way, shape, or form, which doesn't mean it has to be that way,
They're
but it
gonna
makes
kill him
sense.
off next movie.
Yeah, right. And then there is no end credit scene at Endgame. However, you hear the clang, which is to pay homage to
Man.
the original Iron Man movie, but that also could be hinting at the fact that there will be another Iron Man.
Well, there's going to be another Iron Man.
There was a
regardless.
cling
He's
at
one of
the end.
most-
That means there's
he's-
gonna be another Iron Man.
It started the MCU. Like they're not
Well,
going to get rid of
everything that Marvel has ever done has been very deliberate.
I mean, that's true, but still.
Doesn't
you
always
guys-
work, but
you
it's
guys
always deliberate.
Yeah. Did you guys like that last Stan Lee cameo?
Oh yeah.
That was
I'm
What?
a little upset he didn't get featured in the huge cool end thing where they show all the characters.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah,
was his
yeah.
cameo?
Wasn't
Very
it?
beginning.
Didn't he say like make
used
love,
to-
not war, something
Yeah.
like that?
Oh,
Make Love, Not
yeah.
War.
That
And he
was
was like, he
good.
looked real young. They like dyed his hair.
Yeah, I forgot about.
Yeah, it was pretty funny.
So my favorite Stan Lee cameo is in Civil War. Are you Tony Stank? Yes, this year's Tony Stank.
This year's Tony.
I think that's-
Table for one, Mr. Stank.
Like that, along with the Thor cameo he had, where he's trying to pull it out, and he pulls the bed off his truck, and he leans out the window. Did we get it yet?
Oh,
That
I
was
forgot
good.
about that one.
See,
That's
I
a good
wouldn't
haven't
have
seen
seen
that
that because
movie
I
in
haven't
so
seen the
long.
Thor.
We should-
I haven't
you
seen the
guys,
first.
I need
you
to-
guys know what
I'm-
Stan Lee's
I want to
first cameo
rewatch
was,
it.
right?
Thor.
No, it was one of the Lou Ferrigno Incredible Hulk films. He was first in. He's part of the jury. It was like a very minor role, but just a little fun fact.
Before we get off Endgame, maybe we can say our favorite parts of Endgame, like something we
Ooh.
really liked about it.
'Cause I know one scene I really
I
liked.
liked Steven Rogers' ending. Oh, and that he got Mjolnir or whatever it's called.
Yes, that's what I was gonna say.
That was one of the coolest movie moments of all time.
That's fight scene when Captain America gets Mjolnir and fights against Thanos. That was like,
Wait,
that was awesome.
That was
I mean,
kick ass.
that happens.
I was giddy in the theaters. Like I was like, oh, like ooh.
I was like,
awesome.
yeah.
Oh, when he gets the hammer,
Dude,
Yeah.
I cannot
That was
express
awesome.
to you how fucking much the theater I was in, the crowd clapped at least 5 times during the film.
Oh yeah.
Fucking white
Like
people.
people were just fucking.
Oh yeah, dude. Especially on like premiere nights or like within the first couple days of a movie, you know, when the theater's packed, those are the best time to see movies.
Oh, yeah.
the crowd's just getting fucking into it. Like, cause we saw it opening night, and that's how it was. It was like the crowd was hype as hell, and then we went to go see it again last night. So you know, almost a week later, and yeah, it wasn't like that at all. The crowd was pretty.
That's pretty gay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Homo gay.
It's like, why aren't you excited about
It's
this?
like you better fucking clap your hands for Captain America.
This is the third
Clap your
time
hands
we've
for Captain
seen it.
America.
You better clap your hands. You clap your cheeks for Ant-Man.
That's
You better clap
America's
your hands
ass.
for America's ass.
That was awesome.
all right. So
He looks down himself. That is America's ass.
So Morgan, Steven,
Neo. Yeah,
oh, well, your opinion doesn't matter. Neo, go ahead.
I'm not thinking.
Last time we went in a circle, we just skipped Steve.
Yeah. We
just skipped
That'll
Steve.
just be tradition.
I
Is this gonna
think
be
one of my
like traditional?
favorite scenes. Just like the emotional aspect of it was Tony going back in time with Cap and meeting his dad and everything and getting a chance to see him again. That was pretty good.
That's pretty funny.
What type of chicken tenders did you
I'm
bring
gonna
to the
fucking
theater?
kill you, Sean. I'm gonna Thanos snap you out of existence.
No, I just
and eat
wanna-
my tenders over your ashes.
But what type of tenders did you bring in the theater this
I
time?
didn't bring any. I got nachos.
Were they buffalo?
You said you got DQ when Ant-Man, so what'd you get this time?
I was joking about the Ant-Man thing. I actually saw it in theaters and I didn't have any food.
But it was at an AMC dine-in, right?
No,
No,
it wasn't.
but
It was at the
AMC, do
B&B.
you want to sponsor our
No,
podcast?
it was at the B&B theater up wherever the fuck it is. I
Now
can't
we're gonna have
remember
to
now.
use the Infinity Stones. to
Sean,
go
just
back
say
in
your
time.
favorite part.
What we're gonna have to.
Anyways, so yeah, that was pretty much my
Okay,
favorite
that's a
scene.
good. Yeah, that's fair.
Something that I enjoyed that was kind of little is like I don't know, just every scene with Ant-Man I just really enjoyed. I'm not
It
gonna
was
lie.
really good this
He
movie.
was he was funny.
Yeah, I was
he
gonna
was
say-
entertaining.
I like Ant-Man enough as a character. It's just like when it's his own movies. that,
Oh,
like,
yeah.
it's
He doesn't.
less entertaining.
He
I
doesn't
guess.
need his own movies, but like when he's in like other movies, he's great.
I liked him
I
in
don't
Civil
know.
War.
I don't know.
liked
yeah.
him in Endgame.
One
I
of
don't
the-
know
one
why,
of the best
he
scenes with
works
Ant-Man
when
was
he's
when he
not
ran into
trying to
Hope
be the
in
main
the future
hero.
after getting out of
He
the
plays
That
off of the
was-
main
No,
hero
the best
well.
part about Ant-Man was when he punched that giant worm thing out of the sky.
That was pretty
Oh
bad.
yeah,
That
that
was
was best. That's what I'm
awesome.
saying. Ant-Man
I like
is
that.
a good like secondary character. Not really a main character, but a secondary character. He's really well. So
So my favorite part.
Morgan, get off your
probably-
phone. Tell me.
I'm not even on it.
I see it.
He's staring at his
I'll
dick.
put it in my pocket.
Do you want
He
to go to
likes his
ISS,
dick.
sir? Because we
Yes.
can get you to ISS
Good.
and then rip up your magic cards.
My favorite
It'll
part
bring
was probably
Cassie over.
how
Shut up.
how Banner and Hulk are actually the same person now. 'Cause
Professor Hulk.
I've always loved Bruce Banner's character and stuff,
yeah,
and I
Bruce is
just
great.
enjoy the Hulk. So whenever they're actually able to work together, that's fucking great.
I just like it when he dabs on that kid.
That's great too.
Oh shit!
That was freaking hilarious. Ant-Man's real best part though is when the ship lands and blows his tacos apart.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. And Thor.
And then
or not
Hulk
Thor.
steps
yeah,
up
Hulk
and
comes
gives him
right out.
another
Yeah,
one.
brings him more tacos.
What an OG.
Because Bruce
That-
is a bro.
Yeah, Professor Hulk
Okay.
is sav.
So now we talked about. Now we can move on to a different topic.
Okay, now Sean
All right,
really wants
so-
to get over here and talk about magic.
Well, because it just happened. It was it's
Yeah,
pretty
it
recent.
just
But yeah.
happened. Yeah,
So
so-
anyway, so since there's so many new planeswalkers in, and there's been reprints because there's so many Jaces and so many Nahiris. So I'm just curious, like, what is everybody's favorite planeswalker? I'm not. It doesn't have to be like
Oh,
card wise.
Oh,
No,
okay.
it doesn't have to be card wise. I'm just saying from
Just
lore,
character-wise.
character lore wise or card wise. But yeah, I've been looking it up recently, and I've made a decision. So
Yeah, I
but I
don't
guess we'll
really
just
know.
We'll just start with Morgan.
And then we'll skip me, and then
Yeah.
No,
we'll
let's
skip
go
you.
around the other way this time.
And I don't really care.
I actually don't know
Somebody
too
just
much
start
about
us
the
off.
lore
Who
of
wants
the
to start us off?
Planeswalkers.
Do you need a moment to think? I can
Steven,
go.
do you want to? You know?
My
I can,
favorite
yeah, I
character.
can go first.
because I have like,
Okay.
I have
Alright,
like
so
different.
I guess-
I have like different things I like
Okay,
about different.
Steven's going.
Okay,
I really like a Johnny. Most of his
That's a
cards.
pretty white girl answer, Steve.
You know what? I don't care.
A pretty white
Yes,
girl.
Steve.
Not
He's my
only is
favorite
he,
too.
not only is he just absolutely majestic looking.
That's
but,
true. That is
most
true.
of his cards are really good. That helps you beef up your
I'd
other
say most
characters.
of his cards
I
and
would say
really
all of his
good.
cards are usable in some way, shape, or form.
yeah, and I also like how he's one of the only planeswalkers who can match to Nicol Bolas.
I don't know about.
Yeah, no, he's
No,
punked Nicol
yeah,
Bolas.
dude,
He's beaten him before.
He has beaten Nicol Bolas one.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a while back. Like that was.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, you know,
before he was
he's-
at that God Pharaoh status.
Yeah.
He's still dad. I mean,
Granted, there was just a non-planeswalker that killed Nicobolus once, so that was cooler. But that's kind of old lore, so who cares?
All right. No, you can skip Neo. It's okay.
Yeah,
No,
I don't
go
really
ahead,
know
it'll
too
be
much
easier this
about
way.
the whole lore.
Go
of
ahead,
Planeswalker.
go ahead and
I
get-
wouldn't be able to come up with a.
No, just
Well, then
if you had to
who's
choose
Then who's
one.
your favorite?
If you just had to choose one.
For no
Just
reason.
if I had to,
The boat.
The boat.
the consulate dreadnought. Fuck, I don't know.
If Neo actually
I-
played Magic, it'd probably be Teferi because he's a scumbag.
So wait,
That's racist.
Tybalt?
No, I don't
Actually, the
know.
new Tybalt's actually pretty
Yeah,
okay.
but the old Tybalt-
Actually,
It's
Probably,
like,
okay.
probably Soren.
Damn it. God damn it.
Did I steal your answer?
Yeah, but I actually have a legitimate
Wait,
reason though.
wait, which card was it with that awesome flavor text for Soren?
No, Nahiri said it. I don't remember which card it is, but she says, "I see you're finally out of the wall." She says it to Soren.
Yeah.
No, Soren says it to her because he
No, she says it to him because he was stuck in a wall.
No.
That's why he hasn't been doing anything.
no, because she came after him
Between a rock and a wall
on
place.
Innistrad and he trapped her in the rock because he didn't. She was trying to call him out on
I'm
his
sure they
bullshit.
were both stuck in rocks.
Well, Nahiri's been trying to kill Soren for a while.
Yeah,
so-
Nahiri's mad because she didn't come to help him fight the Eldrazi when
Yeah.
he promised, and he was just like, "Nah, I don't actually give a shit anymore."
Exactly. That's
And,
why he's badass. That's
which is
he's-
why he locked her in a rock.
the Eldrazi are beautiful
Look it up. But yeah,
abominations.
there's a card with flavor text, and it's like them standing off, and I believe it's Soren who says it. He's like,
Well, since Neo already said it, Soren's without a doubt my. Well, I like Nahiri a lot too. I don't like her cards are decent. They're kind of weird. Like they don't they have certain decks for them, but I've just always liked them. I've just
Yeah.
always liked Nahiri. But yeah, Soren's probably my favorite though. Lore wise, and I actually do really like a lot of the cards that he's in, just because he has a cool and he's just a badass character. He's just your typical badass.
Well, my favorite is a Johnny, but Steven already talked about that. So I'll talk about Gideon because he is the only member of the Gatewatch I care about. The other four are god awful characters. Nisa is just your stereotypical Indian character, basically, like Native American. That's all she is.
Hey, I'm
Chandra-
4.5% native. You better
well,
watch
you're
it.
Chandra's an
4.5%
adult, but she's
gay. So-
still the 16-year-old rebellious character, and it seems like she's gonna still be doing it after this set.
probably.
Yep.
Jace, that could be a whole hour-long discussion of why Jace is a terrible character. And Liliana is finally seemingly starting to be a good character, but she was not before, and you will not change my mind, Morgan. I don't care that you want to deep dig
Well,
Liliana.
who doesn't
She's
want
a bad character?
Who doesn't want to deep dick Liliana?
I do, because I have standards, you degenerate.
I don't know.
I don't want to date the
I
zombie
did.
pussy.
No,
That's fair.
What about
I
Ghost
think,
Pussy?
Steven, you know all you get is zombie pussy.
Well, here's part of why I like Liliana.
you dated
is 'cause
Aurelia, so
lore wise, okay, the reason I like Liliana more than like I think her story arc is fine. Like I won't say it's perfect because it's not. She's
No, you can
definitely
go
like
ahead and say it's perfect.
She's a kind of a faulty character, like, but I do like a lot of her story, and I like a lot of her because she delves so much into what it means to play the color black in Magic. I love playing black in Magic. I might be my favorite color. I don't know. I go back and forth between
Why?
that and green.
why is black? It's not mono white.
At least it's not mono blue.
Yeah, mono blue, you're a bad
Who
person.
plays mono
I mean, I
blue?
get it. Makes sense.
assholes.
But you're a bad person.
Play mono blue, you're kind of gay. Like just
I don't even know if I have a favorite, but one of my favorite cards that's a Planeswalker is Karn Liberated.
Wow.
I think it's just a really, but I think Karn as a character is kind of meh.
I don't
And like
know.
I like all of his other cards.
badass smashing character.
Yeah, but like Karn Liberated is the only card that I love of his, and then all of his other ones are good, but I don't love them. You know. But then like lore wise, I'm just kind of on the fence. Like he's like an interesting character, but he's no badass either.
He's no Soren.
Yeah, so for those of you guys who don't know, Magic the Gathering, biggest trading card game in the world, just wrapped up a huge story arc. We just had the pre-release last weekend. As of the time of filming this, it might be another week or so by the time it's out. But the main villain who we've been following, the dragon god Nicobolus, he finally got defeated in the new set. So yeah, we're gonna talk a little bit about that. So what do you guys think about the actual story as far as War of the Spark goes? Like, are you okay with the ending?
Honestly, it makes me really hungry.
The
I
lore
don't
book
know.
is garbage.
Yeah, the
Thank you
lore
for
book
chicken
sucks.
tenders.
Honestly, for the most part, I'm not.
Oh, bitch. I see you're out of the wall. Nahiri. He was stuck in a wall. She got out of her own wall. They're both stuck in walls because the story writers for Magic are not original. Next.
Thank you, Preston.
Cool.
Don't ever disagree with me again.
I don't actually know who all they killed off in War of the Spark. I know that they killed off Gideon, and that's like the only.
Gideon, Domri,
No one really cares.
Rao, I think.
I think they did kill.
Oh,
Rao
Dovin.
off. Dovin, they killed
Everyone
off.
with Bolus died.
What do you think is going to be next story wise?
I don't know. The numbers are meaning a lot. I mean, Reznov made it pretty clear in the original.
Are you talking about Black Ops still?
The numbers, Mason.
They released some stuff of story that's happening after War of the Spark. Like there was something with like Chandra and Tybalt not getting along.
I do know that like the next block set that they're doing for Magic, I think I heard it's going to be a planes that we've never been to before. So then my theory, my question is, are we going to send our stupid Gatewatch there, or are we going to get new characters?
I really hope it's new
No,
characters.
they should like redo the Ice Age block.
I'd be okay with that.
All right, well, I think it's a good place to end it.
Well, okay, so another nerdy thing that's wrapping up this year is Game of Thrones, and I'm pretty sure that Sean is the only person here who watches it. I feel like I would, because isn't it kind of lore-wise kind of feel like Lord of the Rings?
Oh, yeah.
See, I've already, for whatever reason, I got warped in, and I started watching all the major character deaths, so I don't think it'd have much of an impact on me emotionally, but I'd still like to watch it.
Okay,
I would
it's a
watch it
good
someday.
show. It's definitely, it has good pacing, but yeah, you're just going to have to find the time to like, you're going to have
Time
to
is
like,
the one thing I don't have.
you're going to have to like, probably a summer
Maybe
marathon it.
maybe that's what I'll do with
Steven,
my
you had the
summer
time
is
to-
watch Game of Thrones.
I have the time to go back into time and rethink my life.
Let's not spend any more time on Game of Thrones because none of us watch it.
Well, I think we
so
should just end the podcast right here. Yeah.
Abrupt end. Yeah,
So
just-
there's one major thing that we're missing for
Oh my God.
endism.
What?
With endings, we got Star Wars, man.
We don't know anything about it, so.
yeah.
Let's talk about what.
The Rise of Skywalker.
Besides that Palpatine's in it.
My
I
dad.
hope Palpatine's in
Gang
it.
Gang Palpatine.
Palpatine's
Gang
confirmed he's in it.
Palpatine.
I did hear that JJ said that he is coming back in the flesh. It's not like a hologram or something like that. He's back in the flesh.
In the
So
flesh. Sheev in the flesh.
what? Anyone got any theories?
Well,
got
I
a
feel
good
like
one.
probably
I
did
have
it
a
like
really
the-
good theory,
I
but I
feel
want
like
to hear what you guys.
that
want to
Palpatine
hear.
mean-
will go back in time and go to the Boys in
It's
the
not
Hood.
time travel.
No, I think
No, but
they,
he will, no. Hear me out. He's gonna go to the Boys in the Hood universe, and he's gonna go see his other members.
I think they did what they probably did was, and I think Preston mentioned this. What they did in the extended universe in the comics, he had clones of himself, and
Nope,
It
that's
better
not it.
fucking not
That's
be.
not
they
it.
probably
be
they might
hilarious.
try it.
That
they
is
might
a
try
terrible
it.
story device.
That would be hilarious if they.
It makes sense.
No, it doesn't.
No, it does make sense lore-wise because do you know who has been obsessed with clones since day one?
Sheev.
Sidious. Yeah, exactly. So it makes sense that.
Well, he
that
probably
would
does
clone
have
himself.
clones,
It
but-
makes sense, but no, a huge theory that I've been hearing and like there's actually a decent amount of evidence for is that Siths can possess their soul. They can use their souls to possess artifacts, and so. If you go to like these ancient Sith chambers, you can theoretically bring them back to life.
Yeah, they do that in the Clone Wars show.
They do that in the Clone Wars show.
Which
Plagueis.
is canon.
In the canon Darth Vader comic book series that they did recently, Darth Vader did that with another Sith. I forgot who they did that with, but like I feel like that's a little gritty and kind of dark for what Disney would want to put on the big screen, even for like Star Wars,
Why?
I mean,
because it's not like them at all.
well,
But at the same time, like
To bring
I
someone
would be
back?
I would be more okay with that because here's the thing: if Palpatine is not the main villain of the film, that means Kylo Ren has to be in, and then we don't have the same dynamic.
Well, they
you know,
better fucking
because
not.
Ray and Kylo definitely have some kind of connection. I don't want them to face off. I want them to face off. Kylo turns, and then they have like a bigger villain that they have to fight.
They're gonna be brother and sister.
And then they
I'm
fuck.
calling it.
they better fucking not be.
They might be. I'm pretty sure that when they say Rise of Skywalker, I'm pretty sure they're not referring to Rey as a Skywalker. I'm
Another
pretty sure
theory,
I'm pretty
Sheev
sure
is
it's like
actually Ray's baby daddy.
I'm pretty sure it's like a title. Like, you know, I'm a Jedi, I'm a Sith, I'm a whatever.
I'd
You know,
rather
I'm sure
have
it's a
the
title.
clones of Palpatine than the.
Absolutely.
Then
not.
Rey be a Skywalker.
I mean, it does.
I mean, I don't want her to be a Skywalker.
It makes sense though, like because he is obsessed with clones. So, and I mean, I don't know.
So how accurate do you think our video is going to be?
Oh, I don't know. Yeah, so
Not
I
at
don't
all.
want to get too deep in the rabbit hole of theories because we literally know basically nothing. The trailer's really cool. check out the trailer. Oh yeah, check
Lando's
out.
gonna die.
Lando's probably gonna die. They
That's
kill
not
him
even a
off.
theory. That's just confirmed
He's
fact.
gonna have a heart attack and
Probably.
He's gonna have a heart attack.
If you have not seen our video that's predicting what's going to happen in Star Wars 9, that is definitely going to be a link in the description. Go watch that video.
Is it accurate at all? No.
Oh yeah, it's probably completely
hey,
wrong.
no, it's
We don't know.
110%
Steven.
accurate. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
Shut up.
No, you
was
shut
also
up.
Steven,
It's not a
shut
fact
up.
yet.
Hey, there's
You
one
That was
other.
also the first skit that we've done for this channel. We'd like to do more skits. That was like an all-day thing. It took us all day to make that, and we just had so much fun doing it. We would.
But the real question is Pikachu gonna die in Detective Pikachu?
Probably not. Yeah, since we don't really have that much to say about Star Wars 9, I think that's
Or no,
probably about where we
8.
need to wrap up.
Yep. All right, guys.
Anyone got any last
Don't ever
words?
watch any of our videos again. Please unsubscribe right now.
Morgan said he hated all of you.
What they mean by that is, please subscribe.
Brie Larson said to subscribe. Bye.
Yeah.
Brie Larson called us cis scum.
Thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe. Share our videos around. You know, if you have friend groups where you talk about nerd stuff, whether it be Star Wars movies, card games, whatever the frick you guys are nerding about, you know, share us around. Get some subscribers high in our way.
Make sure that you flip off a picture of Morgan.
Please,
Exactly.
we're so lonely.
Someone sponsor us.
Yeah.
AMC sponsor us.
If you know Tristan Monroe, send him our videos.
We need money.
All right, thanks guys.